Today is February, Tuesday the 9th. I think it's the 9th. Is today's 9th? Today is, I'm sorry, it's the 6th. Forgive me, it is the 6th. So today's the 6th. Last week I hustled up a 2004 Suzuki JR50 with a training wheel bar. What that is, if you don't know, that's a little kid's dirt bike. It's knee high, pops into gear, into drive or neutral. That's all it's got. On or off type of thing. Needed some work. I would say for the $300 I paid for it with title, it did run. The throttle cable was seized. It was missing the choke lever, cute little up-down type lever on the carburetor. And I mean, it's little. It really is a tiny little carburetor. What else we got? It had brand new inner tubes from the previous owner. The tires were pretty damn decent, and the training wheel bar needed new tires on it. So I went down to Harbor Freight, bought brand new training wheel tires. They literally were just a generic, I think they're a 5-inch tire. They're red. If you go to Harbor Freight, I'm sure you've seen them a dozen times and not realized it. $4.90 something cents. I bought 2 of them, put them on the new training wheel bar after I pounded off the old ones because they were kind of rusty. The old ones were rotted, nasty, not presentable, didn't look good. I didn't like the showmanship that it would offer. Took the bike down, purple power, all the greasy spots, bought a scrub brush, that was $6, and purple power, I think Walmart was like 5 something. So scrubbed down the bike with purple power, it actually cleaned up really well as far as that goes. I should have took some videos of it, but I didn't. I got some pictures. I'll try to splice the pictures of the before and after here on the YouTube land and see how that works out for me. I'll probably screw it up, no doubt. I'm fairly new to all this stuff, so there's that to be said too. The bike ran. When I took the bike to the potential buyer's house, fired up in front of him, pulled the choke a little with a flathead screwdriver, got it propped up where it would stay. A little bit of a struggle to do that. Always ideal when you go to a customer's house, you want to try to look as presentable as possible, you and the product that you're delivering. And if you can keep the half into jimmy rig or finagle, something to fire up or something to work, try to keep that to as much of a minimal as possible. Not because you're trying to hide anything, there's a showmanship to hustle. And that's part of the showmanship, is if you can show up on time, or the agreed upon time, or the agreed upon hour, or within a window of time that they suggest or they prefer, and you can make whatever operate with a reasonable amount of energy and effort, then you're going to sell whatever it is 9 times out of 10 if both people can agree upon the price. Now, I bought the bike for $300. I was about $30 total invested. I drove a half hour each way to get the bike. I know some people are going to bellyache about the gas. It's a consumable. I was already headed out that way to take care of something else, so the gas factor was a wash. Now, to add the gas into it under normal circumstance, I think I would have been probably $30 in the fuel. 30, 35, something like that. So, at any rate, half hour out, half hour back. I was already taking care of other business out there. Picked the bike up, brought it in. $30 into scrubbing supplies because I didn't have a bristle brush that I liked. So I went down to O'Reilly's, bought one, bought the purple power, and spent money on a car wash. About $30 right there. They're a little expensive, the car wash here in Puyallup, Washington. So I don't necessarily agree with the price, but I don't control the price. It's a convenience. Such is the world of life. You pay for convenience. That is always a fact. Never forget that. However, at the same time, people will pay you for your convenience, for them. So what that means is, if you deliver, make sure you charge something for that, or you work that into the deal. Or you can be a nice guy, like I am most of the time, and that is for convenience. I'm hungry for that money. I'm hungry for the next hustle. I like the chase. Oftentimes, I'll deliver for free, within reason. I'm not going to deliver across the United States for free. I want reimbursed for my time and my gas, but that's a different world. So the bike itself, sold it for $550. I paid $300 for it, $30 invested. So what is that, $220 profit? Doesn't sound like much. However, you have to realize all of this transaction happened and took place within 1 hour. Drove out, picked the bike, or 2 hours, I'm sorry, half hour drive. 2 hours. Picked the bike up, came back in, went straight to Puyallup Car Wash over by Bigfoot Java. If you know where I'm talking about, then you know where I'm talking about. Pressure washed the bike, scrubbed it down, and a guy I know literally texted and said, "Hey man, how much for the bike as it sits?" I said $550. I'd like something for my time, even though you know what I paid for it. He said, "Deal, not a problem, bring it by. I have money for you today." Great. He lived 9 minutes away. Took the bike down there, fired the bike up in front of him, sold the bike. Handed him the title, handed him the bike, he got me cash. Life is good. So, that was last week's hustle. I should have made video of it. I'm learning how to be a better YouTuber as we go along. I'm trying to keep the ramblings down. I know that's something in YouTube videos that annoys me. That's why I put in this part at the end of the video so you can just skip it, move on to the next video if you don't like that. Or if you're just trying to study what I'm doing. YouTube video clarity, I'm trying to keep it very transparent but very precise, or concise. Sorry, very concise. So, there you have it. Last week's hustle. $230 profit, roughly, or $220, something like that. Not much, but it was something. Again, I'm new up here to Puyallup. Moved up here, so getting my feet wet, making sure I have money to manage my bills, my day-to-day living, and getting back into hustling. You know, I just can't go hog wild and spend my little bit of a nest egg of money, or something is going to be sacrificed, and nobody should sacrifice your bills or your money to pay your bills. So we got some fun money.